Namaste. Myself, Dr. Monica. Today I'm going to talk about a very important wide topic which is very necessary to be taken care during pregnancy is about the diet, about the food, because what the mother eat, it influences the child in her womb. And if the mother is eating correct, it will bring nutrient supply to the baby. So what to eat, what not to eat, and how we will discuss today. And why is it important to talk or to know about the diet during pregnancy? How is it different from any other stage of life? Well, in a womanhood, motherhood is a very important phase because she is going to give birth to a child. She is the source of origin of life. So there has to be an utter care taken of a mother herself at the first place. And depending on the diet of a mother, it will affect the growth and development of a child. It is also very scientifically known that most of the adult diseases, it origins not at the time like in the later stage, but most of the problems or the cause of it is when the child is in the mother womb itself. So when the child grow and then later at the adulthood, whatever problems that he might suffer has some of its connection to the root of its origin when the child is in the mother's womb. So how Ayurveda is describing about this? So for a mother, first and foremost thing is very essential to take care of herself during the pregnancy, and then like what she eats, how she feels, how she thinks. Then another very important aspect is she needs to take care for herself during the lactation phase after the pregnancy, after the delivery, because she has to be breastfeeding. So most of the nutrition consumption has to be done during the 9 months of pregnancy itself. And then further, it's about the nourishment and development of the baby. So how Ayurveda is talking about this Garbhini Paricharya, or the regime or the diet of expecting mother. So the very important thing is the state of mind, what she feels. So it's very important for a mother to take care of her mental health as well, for which of course doing breathing techniques, pranayama, meditation is very, very essential during her pregnancy, throughout the pregnancy, and of course before and later on as well. Doing some yoga asanas, light postures are very essentials. And sleep, of course. So rest is very important. Having a complete sleep, which is for like 7 to 8 hours maximum, is very good for her. And during the day, taking some nap or yoga nidra is very, very good. And how to start her day about eating, we will say in general, according to Ayurveda. It is also said during pregnancy, the weight gain of the mother plays a very important role in development of the child. On an average, there is approximately 12 kg of weight normally that a mother gains during her pregnancy, of which there is around 2.5 kg is the weight of the baby after the 9 months, and then around 3 kgs to 5 kgs it's her own body weight, and then rest is about the fluids in the body, which she gradually reduces after the delivery. So how to begin with the day, what to eat the very first in the morning? According to Ayurveda, especially in the first trimester, it is very necessary, or importance is given to the intake of milk and milk products. And there is one very simple recipe of one of this ingredients I would like to share with you. It is called as Panchamrit. Pancha means 5, Amrut means nectar. So the combination of 5 ingredients, which is a healthy source, like a nectar to the body of the mother. How to do this? So here you need like 1 teaspoon of ghee, or you can say like clarified butter. With this you need around 4 to 5 spoons of milk. So here you can use also vegan milks like almond milk, oat milk for the women who are having lactose intolerance, or you can have from a good farmer, good milk, cow milks. So around 4 to 5 spoon of milk, 2 spoon of yogurt, probiotic yogurt without flavored, pure yogurt. Then 1 spoon of honey, you take it, and then just a little bit of cane sugar here you will take. So this is, or a jaggery I would suggest you. So this 5 things together, you mix it, and this has to be taken the very first in the morning. So yogurt is a good source of probiotic, which is very good for reducing the symptoms of morning sickness, acidity. So it's a very good antacid. Honey and ghee, it's very good for your immune resistance. So it's also good for the baby immune resistance, mental development. Milk itself is a complete food, I would say. It's rich with calcium, protein. So it's very, very good with different, all sources of nutrients. So this first thing in the morning, the expecting mother should take it. Followed by this, you can take some fruits. Of course, it's the best to take seasonal fruits and local fruits. According to Ayurveda, we emphasize more on eating things which are as per the season and also as per the availability of that source of food in your region. So eat local and seasonal. Fruits, like now in this season, especially in Europe, you have more of like berries, strawberries are there, apples are there, bananas are there. So this is very good. In India, now you have like a warmer weather, like mango, it's good, watermelon, muskmelon. These are good. Fruits that should not be taken in pregnancy, papaya, it's not good. So this kind of things you should not take. Apple, it's very good. Banana is a rich source of potassium, zinc, and also magnesium, which is very good for improving the nervous system and the mental growth. And it's also very good for improving the iron absorption in the body. So this, and it's also a very good antacid. So this kind of fresh fruits, not very sour fruits, to be taken in the morning. Around 7-8. Followed by this, also you can include some dry fruits. These are very, very good with omega. So these dry fruits and nuts you should be taking, because it's also very essential for the nerve and mental growth of the baby. So this is very good, like figs, raisins, plums, prunes. It's the best to take them soaked overnight. If you keep it in the water, in a bowl of water, few raisins and nuts and also almond, walnut. So this can be soaked in the water and taken in the morning with the breakfast. Breakfast, it differs. You can take some porridge, mueslis, or you can also have some pancakes, yes, but without any kind of sugar ingredients, so you can have like pancakes from oats, or also you can take it from avena porridge. You can take, also there is this thing called you call it the powder of chickpeas flour. So this is rich with protein. So this you can make like a dosa or a chila. So this is very, very good. And in the mid meal, you can take more of the liquids, like you can take some juices, fresh fruits juice, lemonades are very good. Coconut water is very good. Like in India, it's very easily available, so coconut water is very good. Or also you can take buttermilk. Yes, for people in Europe, you can make this buttermilk, which recipe I have shared before. It is a rich source of vitamin B12 and also vitamin D, calcium. So it's very, very good for the bones, skeletal development of the baby in the womb, and also for the mental development. It's also very good for the mother, because it reduces this feeling of nausea, morning sickness. So it's good to take in the first half of the day, followed by taking the lunch. Of course, you should include some fresh salads here, more of the greens, carrots, beetroots. This is very good. In India, there is a recipe called raita. You mix all the salad ingredients with some yogurt. So this is very, very good for again, for the probiotic. So this is very rich with nutrients. And then you can take some green leafy vegetable, is very, very important, because it has all the essential vitamins like vitamin A, C, E. So this kind of green leafy vegetable you must have. So one vegetable you should have with some greens. Also pumpkin is very good. You can mix some cooked veggies together, and also some carbohydrates is needed, like some grains you should take, cereals you can take some quinoa, rice is very good. It's easy to digest. So very important thing is to eat the food which is easier to digest. So not necessary eating completely whole grain. You have to take things simple, which is light and easy to digest and absorb in the body. So that is another thing. And taking some proteins. Most of the people, they have this misconception that vegetarian sources doesn't have protein. Well, I must tell you, there are a lot of green vegetables like broccolis, cauliflower, zucchini, pumpkins. These are also rich with protein. And then you have some lentils like red lentils and mung beans. These are very good, rich with protein. And this is also easy to digest and absorb nutrients. So it's good for the pregnant women to take these kind of pulses and legumes. Necessary is to include some ghee in your food also. So while you're cooking the food, do add some ghee to it, because it is very good for absorption of the micronutrients, what is available in the food. Because it's not only what you eat, how it has been cooked. In Ayurveda, there is a concept of sattvic, rajasic and tamasic food. So eating sattvic food is very important, especially in the pregnancy. So sattvic food is not only like eating salads or fresh things, but also food which is freshly prepared, which is like to be consumed within 1 or 2 hours of the food which has been cooked. And then the food has to be also prepared with sattvic mind. Yes, so it has to be prepared with love, affection, positive state of mind, and also with lot of joyfulness. The mother should consume it. So when you cook the food, that is one thing, the state of mind, the energy, how it is being cooked. So it's the best to eat homely, freshly prepared foods. Do not eat the food which is being like cooked and kept in the tiffins after some time and eating. It's not good. You should be using vessels for cooking, like steel or iron vessels, because cooking food in iron pots is also enhancing the iron in the food. So that is very good. And also the steel vessels are also very okay. Some places there are also people use some mud pots, mud vessels, so that is also very rich with iron. That is also good to use. Do not use Teflon based utensils, because it is all with this kind of chemical coatings, and it's not good to prepare the food with this kind of non-stick things, non-stick pans, because it's harmful if you cook the food. However, in good ingredients you use for cooking, but when you use it in that kind of a vessel, it reduces the sattva, the positivity and the nutrients in the food. So it's very important how you cook and in what vessels you're using for cooking. So remember this very important thing. So that's about what to be eaten during the day. And then coming to the, again, between the lunch and the dinner phase, like around 4 or 5 o'clock, you can again take some fruits, juices, or also herbal teas are very good. Like now you have mint, basil tea. This kind of natural herbs are very good to be used for taking herbal teas. And some nuts you can take. Some peanuts are very rich with some omega and nutrients. So this is like a healthy snack that you can do. You can also make some bliss balls, yeah, like laddus we call in Hindi. You can have it from dry fruits, jaggery, cane sugar. So that is very good to have like a mid snacking. And then early dinner, of course, around, try to eat not after 8 o'clock. I mean, it is definitely must not to eat late in the evening. So it's the best time would be between 7 to 8, not later than that. Because most of the time women, they have discomfort, belching and heaviness in the abdomen, also nausea, vomiting. So eat early so that you don't have difficulty while you go to sleep in the night. What to be eaten here? Here I would suggest drinking some soups. Vegetable soups are very good, and khichdi, like the salty porridge, that is very, very easy to digest and very light and full of nutrition. So you can mix different like rice and little bit of moong dal or red lentils with some veggies, some ghee. So this can be like a one pot recipe. Khichdi is very good to have in the evening. And if you have, like, mostly in the first trimester, women have problems with nausea throughout the day, not just in the morning sickness. So you can take some buttermilk also with the meal in the evening. So that's very good. Or just a teaspoon of yogurt. Otherwise, it's not necessary to be taking it. So that's about the diet, what to be eaten and how to be eaten. Another very important concept in Ayurveda is about the 5 elements. So these are air, space, fire, water and the earth element. These 5 elements it's very playing a very important role in the growth and development of the baby, of the fetus in the mother's womb. So these 5 elements, how you have to consume. So the first element is the space element. So it's about listening to your body, your state of mind, so your aura energy, your state of mind has to be very calm and cool, and listen to your body, very important. It's not only, okay, I have to do this according to the regimen, the doctor told me to do this, but you have to be listening to your body. For this, you have to have the space element of your own coexistence to be in stability. So meditation, breathing pranayama will help to stabilize the space element so that you can listen yourself much more. Air element is about slow down and calm down. So while you're eating your food, you have to eat slowly, calmly and with a relaxed mind. This is very, very important. It should not be like you're running around and you're eating, or you're standing and eating. Very important rule is you must worship your food. So you have to feel that gratitude. So you should sit down, you should calm down and eat slowly, peacefully and easily. Chew your food. That's very, very important. Next is the fire element. So the food has to be purified with the fire element. It's very important. So that's why it's very much essential to have cooked food or at least steamed food, because it enhances the nutrients in the food substances, and it also facilitates the better and easy absorption, assimilation of the food. So food has to be well cooked and should be warm when you're eating it. So that is about the fire element. And then your mind has to be free from any kind of anger, frustration. Yeah, so this fire, furiousness should not be there. So that is to stabilize the fire element. Next thing is about the water. So yes, during the pregnancy, throughout the pregnancy, actually, it's very important to keep yourself hydrated. So intake of more of the fluids, it's very important, because when the baby is in the mother's womb, it's more of the fluid which is surrounding the baby in the womb, right? In the uterus. So there is this amniotic fluid which is actually nourishing the baby in the womb. So that's why the mother should consume more of the liquids and hydrate herself. So water consumption should be more. If you don't feel like drinking plain water, you should be taking lemonades, coconut water, or just simple water with some cane sugar and some ginger. It's also very good. So that kind of herbal tea intake, it's very good. Do not drink water while you're eating. Don't drink water immediately after eating also. Otherwise, you will have more of these symptoms of reflux coming up. So that is about the water element. Next is the earth element, to be grounded, down to earth. According to Ayurveda, and most of people in India also have this habit of sitting on the floor, or at least you should be grounded. You should not be standing while you're eating, so that you're connected with the earth element. So that gives that groundedness, stability, firmness to your energy. So this is very important, to sit down with relaxed mind. And before you start eating, you should also sing a prayer, like how we do in general also for everyone. It's called Annadata Sukhi Bhava, which means you bless the source from where you're getting the food, and bless the food that you eat, that to be grateful. Annadata means the doer, the giver of food, to be blessed with prosperity and happiness. So when you bless other, you also get the positive, the sattva imbibes in your food, and when you eat that food, you get the nutrition out of it. So this is about how you should be eating, okay? And other things, of course, many of you have this feeling, okay, we should be taking more of these supplements like iron, calcium, vitamins. Well, it depends from person to person. It depends on the source of how is your lifestyle before pregnancy, during pregnancy. So for this, of course, you need to have a proper consultation or advice from our Ayurvedic doctors or medical professions. So that is a different concept, but naturally how you can take care of yourself is more what we wanted to discuss today. And this is more about the general thing. Yes, so keep yourself more sattvic, and sattva inside you, your mind, will help to nurture the baby's sattva and energy. Okay, so it's very essential. Because, and what not to eat, yes, most of the people, they also have this question, what not to eat. Do not eat the food which is again with added preservatives, canned, or which is packed with the plastics, or other things which is soya based or corn based, corn flour. these are more like a preservative, which is not good for the baby as well as mother. So these kind of things should be avoided. Many of people also have this small doubt about eating protein. We need more non-vegetarian diet. I would say there are a lot of Ayurvedic there are a lot of patients who comes to us, people who comes to us for Ayurveda. Here we say eating more of the plant source of nutrition is good for you, because we are mainly from this made of 5 elements. So eating all this non-vegetarian food, it increases rajas and tamas, and it's not good for the baby, and it is also heavy to digest. So that is not good. So mainly eating light food and more plant-based food, vegetarian food is the best. So with this, I would like to end my today's session. If you have more doubt about this, you can question to me. And this is more what I discussed is for the first 2 trimesters. Other things, what to be done and what not to be done, we will discuss in another upcoming video. So till then, stay home, stay safe, and take care of yourself and everybody. Namaste.